making your sound better.
What's up guys, Duskell here from W Production, and today we're gonna remake this Marshmello style bass. Alright, let's start with our initial patch. For this preset we're just gonna use oscillator A on default as it is, oscillator B, we're gonna select analog, and acid, BS2 acid if you prefer, sub bass on and direct out, and let's bring all the levels of sub bass, oscillator A and oscillator B down, as well as the noise that we're gonna turn on. And then we're gonna start drawing our shape, something like this, very easy, just drag that all the way to the back, and by holding this middle point we're just gonna sharpen the actual shape. And let's assign the LFO1 to the sub bass, level of oscillator A and level of oscillator B as well as the noise. Let's bring the intensity of this LFO and the noise down to about 15. It's just a touch of high frequency, and bring the pitch all the way up to 80%, or if you prefer just double click and type whatever percentage you prefer. Cool, now we should be hearing something like this. So we want to bump up the LFO up to an 8 note. Something like that. And it's sounding okay, but we need more room, and we need to make the sound bigger by just dragging up the unison all the way up to 7 on both oscillators. And then on the effects track, we're just going to turn on hyper, distortion, compressor on, and flanger. And let's bring the flanger all the way down like that, because we're going to automate that with the macros in a bit. Cool. Multiband compressor on, and gain all the way up to 5.8%. Now we should be hearing something like this. Now we want to filter this bass by just turning on the filter and activate the MG low on both oscillator A and B, and assign the LFO to the cutoff. That goes both ways like that. Or if you hold Shift and Alt and press and just click on it, it's gonna split it one way, and now we should be hearing something like this. And if we have that around 11 o'clock, cool. Now all together with the song, let's see what it's sounding like. Cool. For the macros, we can manage our filters. For instance, we can bring down the mix all the way to 0 and assign the first macro to that. And we're gonna call this filter. And then we need to have a macro also on the LFO rate. Let's bring that down to about 15, and let's see what it sounds like all the way to 100%, so we can work on our macro functionality. That's very fast. We don't want that. I think that's as fast as we want it. We're gonna call that LFO rate, and bring that back to where we want it. Now we can also assign a macro to our flanger, like we said before. I call that flanger, so we can put it in if we want it. Let's have the reverb all the way to 0, and then we're just gonna adjust the intensity by bringing it down to 30%, because it's a bass. It doesn't need that much reverb on this one. And you can kind of play around with this, have it, you know, wherever you like, and it should be just fine. Now, quick little tip: if we go on the compressor and we want more bass out of this, we can just select this band here. And same goes for the high frequencies and mid-range. So if we just drag down or up, it's going to alter the values. If you go on low, 76%. all the way up to 194%. It's gonna boost our low frequency and get more beef out of the sound, let's say. Alright, so let's hear what it sounds like all together. Cool. That's pretty much everything, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to WA Production. I'm Duskal, and I'll see you all on next one. Peace!